Welcome to today's installment of the Daily Shift, where I'm doing a special series called How to Be Stress-Free Over the Holidays. So this is day 13 of 21. And if this is the first one, don't worry about it. I also created a playlist around this 21 days. So whether you're watching this during the holidays or outside of the timeline, you can also go ahead and check the special playlist I made down below for ease of reference, because I love ease of reference. Additionally, I also have for you during this time, for a limited time, you can grab the digital journal that this is based off of, which has more journal prompts and also has 21 individual videos that I call boosters. So every day you have journaling prompts, you get to journal in the beautiful digital journal, and then you also have a video that goes with it to help amplify and booster that experience if you want to go further. If you're new to me, my name is Raquel and I'm your GPS for success. We're going to do something that I call the 1% solution, which is investing in yourself 1% of your day. And it's really these gentle, different kinds of modalities that help bring you really rapid transformation. I've been doing this with my clients, and the ones that are sticking to it, they're seeing radical breakthroughs in around 35 to 40 days. So is this an instant fix? No, but you will instantly feel better, which is important because you're never going to go any farther than your sense of self and how you see yourself. And so when you're feeling better about yourself as part of the self-love and self-acceptance, then it creates a container for you to receive more goodness and mercy and grace and favor into your life, because now you're seeing yourself through the eyes of love. And so that's really important, because we're also told in the best-selling book that you will prosper and be in health as your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions prosper. And so when you do that in that order, then, because it's a perfect equation, you will see increase in every area of your life where you put in the time for soul prosperity. So if you don't like the way things are going, get your mind right and see, and then do an audit. Where is your soul going? Where is your mind going? Where the mind goes, the man follows. Sometimes, we're trying to do things, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. We're hustling, we're grinding, we're really good at moving into that masculine energy, and then it just actually is not beneficial for us, right? Because we're doing all this stuff. We're pushing ourselves in our will, but it's not actually in alignment with how we're designed to function, with how we're wired for success. And so when you do things in the way you're wired for success, you're going to find that you'll move into ease and flow. And it doesn't mean that you're working less. It's just now it doesn't have the burden. You're not tired. You're not worried. You're not in anxiety. I was talking to Beloved the other day, and he's just like, you have the nerves of steel. Like, you don't worry about anything. Not that I don't worry about anything, is that, everybody has a moment, has a choice point when we receive a thought. And so I have to battle just like everybody else. I have to use these tools just like everybody else. But to the outside world, I look like I have nerves of steel. But that's because I practice what I'm preaching, what I'm teaching every single day. And one of the things that I'm very, very good at is in creating a vision and bringing it into reality, right? So if hustle is making you feel like it makes you feel like you're moving forward, it's really a big lie. But your dream is actually going the other way, then I invite you to get the answers that you seek from my 12-12 event. I'm calling it From Vision to Reality Made Easier. Because doing more is killing you. You might be tired of constantly hustling to serve and being in survival mode, and then you don't have any kind of break from that. You're not really achieving the kind of freedom that you want. And as high achievers, you've mastered the masculine energy in creation through the determination and the drive, right? You know how to push yourself, but without embracing your feminine aspects of surrender and trust, each win still leaves you drained. And if this sounds like you, then I invite you to come in. It's only $12.12. And I'm going to not only give you some wisdom, but we're going to implement together. And I'm going to really reveal to you how you can create the vision and, in the right way in order for you to have it manifest faster. Sometimes people are just like, I'm waiting for divine timing, and we lean on that too much a lot of the times, because you're like, okay, I'm waiting on God. God's waiting on you. You already have everything you need for the next step. So join me on 1212. It's I reveal how balancing your natural masculine and feminine states accelerates all your desires without burnout. And I'm going to guide you gently through this integration toward relief and prosperity using the gifts already in your DNA. So say yes to your sacred work that nourishes rather than depleting your beautiful soul. And that speaks to you, then I invite you. Everything you need to know is down below in the description. So let's get started with the other stuff. Day 13 of 21. We're going to do 3 things today, really, really quick. A mantra, a journal prompt, which you can go ahead and do that later, and an EFT. For more information around what an EFT is, it's called tapping. It's like acupuncture without the needles. We're going to use our fingertips. Just look at the first video in this series. Just go ahead and just do what I do. So today's mantra is I am that. I am loving my body in every season it's in. And it's so funny because I just came back from Florida. Somebody needs to hear this. In our world, that means it's important. I just came back from Florida and I had my state ID renewed, except that the picture did not look like me at all. Like so much so that when I was coming back, I was stopped by security. They were looking at my IDs, my old ID, my new ID, and they were whispering to each other, it doesn't look like her. It doesn't look like me at all. It was a really, really bad picture. And so it's funny that they were doing this now because, am I looking the way I want to up to this point? No, but I'm working on it. My health is getting better and better. It's being restored every single day. I'm getting healthier and healthier, moving toward that goal. And so I've learned just to love my body in the season that it's in. And for those of you, beauty is God's idea. So sometimes, we see people who really appreciate beauty, and then we'll mislabel them as being vain, and they're not vain. I had a client that came to mind when I was thinking about this earlier today, and when we were looking at her design, one of her giftings is beauty, is being able to appreciate and embody beauty and loving her body. And as I was telling her that, she said, that was something that I've been chastised almost all my life, that I pay too much attention to my body. But when I'm sick, if I go and get up and do my hair, I feel like 100% better. And I said, yes, because that's how you're wired to succeed, is in taking care of your body. And we need people who are different than us because they show us this other aspect is really important. And my other friend who always says she's a master esthetician, she says beauty is God's idea. And so, people might find it vain. People pay her upwards of $300 just to get the lashes done. Their eyelashes done. Yes. Why? Because she's a master what she does. She really loves beauty. And then through that avenue, she's able to really help women to really own how, what their beauty is. So whatever season you're in, love your body, because you're never going to have anything you speak against, including your health, including the kind of body that you want. Yes, maybe you look in the mirror and be like, ooh, how did that happen? Or see a picture. Do I really look like that? Sometimes it's just a bad angle, okay? Sometimes it is a bad angle. But the truth is, sometimes we're not going to maybe always be as fit as we want to be, or maybe we have certain health goals or body goals, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're vain. What happens is that if you make that part of your identity, you don't feel good about yourself unless you have that goal already manifested, that's when it's a problem. Because now, again, you're not going to have anything that you speak against. And so you want this thing. It's like, in the horror movies when they're running down the hallway and it gets further and further and further away, the target moves further away. So as you're loving your body in the season that it's in, you're going to find that the ideal of your body is closer and closer. So one of the prompts in the digital journal is to help you to rewrite history. What memory is coming up for you that is contrary to this truth, where you didn't love your body? I could have been like, oh my gosh, do I really look like that? I know I don't look like that. Do I look like what I want to look like? What I'm the target yet? No. But can I enjoy the body that I'm in? Yes. But is that every moment of the day? No, it's not. And so I can go ahead and be honest. What is not confronted is not changed. And so as you confront those memories that are really, just sometimes they're just filled with lies, because they're filled with things from your past, your belief systems, or your culture. I'm Puerto Rican, and so we're really good on signifying each other. You know, if you're too thin, they want to give you 2 plates of food, and they're like, you know, you're too skinny, you need to eat more. And then when you're more voluptuous, they're like, oh, you know, pinching you in the side. Well, we know you like to eat. Really, really. Why are you pinching my side? Am I, you know, poking me like the Pillsbury Doughboy? We know you like to eat. Go ahead and eat some more. So, you know, you might have things like that playing in the back of your head. And there's a lot of things that go on around body image. So what are the things that where you didn't really love the skin that you're in? And how should have that interaction gone? That's how you take your power back. Then who do you need to forgive? Including yourself, right? Including yourself. So we're going to do something really quick called an EFT. We're going to do a shorter version of it, but you just do what I do and you repeat after me. And I promise you that you're going to feel about yourself much better. And again, why is that important? Because you're never going to go any further than how you feel about yourself and how you see yourself. And as you're working on your health goals, as you're working on your body goals, there's nothing wrong with that. Just making sure to keep everything in perspective. Like it's a destination, and you being healthy for the rest of your life is never going to go away. So you might as well enjoy the journey. We're going to do something called the setup phrase. We're going to like a karate chop, and then we're going to tap like in the middle of the head, the sides of the brows, in between the brows, underneath the eyes, like right in the middle here, right in the crevice of your chin, like right here, your collarbone, and then your wrist, and then we'll start all over. Today, I take responsibility for my life, which just means I have the ability to respond. And right now, I'm taking my power back. I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself. And so it is. Some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, girl, you're looking cute today. Yes. I'm slaying. And other days, maybe not so much. I don't always feel good in the skin that I'm in. And that's because of varying things. Perhaps it's because of my upbringing. Perhaps I have used the control of food as a controlling mechanism. When things feel out of control, I was able to control that, to eat or not to eat. And maybe I have some body image issues because of the lies that have been fed through my eye gate, through my ear gate, through my culture, through subcultures that I'm in. Where, in one hand, they say to be yourself, but then when I am myself, it doesn't, or I'm not always accepted for it. And there is this fine line between body shaming and telling someone the truth in order for them to be healthier. And the truth is, I want to be healthier. I want my body to function well because I want to live a long, happy, satisfying life. This is the only body I get. And my belief system is that this is a sacred house. So it's just under renovation. And maybe I just need that reframe. This is my sacred house. It is under renovation currently. And I love it. And I choose to love, accept, and forgive myself. And I ask for forgiveness to my body for not always taking care of it the way I should have. For not always feeding it the foods that make it feel great and strong and healthy. For not always feeding it the things that would help me stay in an optimal health. For not doing the things that actually, once I start doing them, they're not too bad. For feeding it when I am heavy in my emotions or withholding, for all the imbalances. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what my hormones are doing. It doesn't matter the original blueprint. Everything can be redesigned. Everything can be rewired. There's so many things that we're finding out now through science. I can change everything, starting with my words. Words have power. They create and they destroy. And I choose to speak kindly over myself. I choose to love my body right now. I choose to accept my body right now. I choose to take my power back, and I receive forgiveness for myself. I forgive myself for not always getting it right, for not always being kind to myself, for not always doing the right things in the right order to be healthier. I take all my power back, and I forgive everyone who has made me feel less than because of the way I look. Whether that's because of what I look like physically, or my nationality or race, or because they didn't find me as attractive, or whatever nonsense it was that they did not accept me. I do not get my identity from what others say for me. It's nice and it's okay to get some validation. There's nothing wrong with that. But I choose to take my power back. I choose to say of myself that I'm worthy of love and acceptance because I'm amazing. I am wonderful. I am beautiful, just as I am. And I accept myself just as I am. And from this moment forward, I will celebrate this body. I choose to take care of it better and better every single day, even if it's just a little at a time. That's really all that's needed. And so it is. Take a breath, hold, release. Well, my loves, until next time, which will be very, very soon, sooner than it has been, because I've been really busy. I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Shift. I love you very much. And I will see you on the next one. Bye now.